Good morning. Good morning, beautiful souls. It's Rebecca Thompson here, and Happy New Year to you. I have been taking some time out in family in this beautiful island to reflect, to restore, to reset. And that's some of what I want to talk to you about today, about resetting patterns so that we don't keep running on these old neurological patterning and beliefs from the past. We want to be continuing to evolve. And my theme for this year is really around that your evolution, my evolution, is what is going to create the global revolution. We can't look outside of ourselves for that. It's an inside job. And so if you don't know me, I'm Rebecca Thompson, and I work with women generally, mostly women, to help them to really reconnect with who they are so that they can do what they love and make the impact that they feel is their sacred mission to make, and do that without compromising their values, without compromising their health, without compromising their well-being. I don't believe that you have to be exhausted or stressed or overwhelmed in order to make an impact. I believe that we can continue to evolve, we can have more energy, better health, and greater impact with ease. And that is what I've done with my life. And that's what I help other women to do with my Be a Beacon programs. So what I wanted to share with you today was around your will and cultivating your will, because beginning of a new year, we often have grand plans around things that we'd like to change and New Year's resolutions. But how many of you, me included, are able to continue that level of excitement or focus throughout the year? How many times do you start off with those grand ideals or ideas and they don't follow through? Let me know if that's something you struggle with, because this is what I want to talk about today. How do we cultivate that will, and why is it important? Why is it important? And I truly feel that it has never been more important to cultivate and to know your will. And one of the primary underlying things for strengthening your will is to know your why. And the challenging thing in this current global situation that we're in, where we're looking at political change, we're looking at health change and pandemics, we're looking at structural change, we're looking at environmental change, it can get overwhelming. It can get overwhelming that you feel disorientated and confused about where to put your energy. And so you can try too much in some areas, or you can pull back and just go, you know what, I don't even know if my trying or caring or helping is even going to make any difference. So we can get caught up in this paralyzing of one's will. Let me know if you relate to that, if you relate to this sense of your will becoming paralyzed, because there are so many choices and so many big global things happening that you either don't know where to put your attention, or you don't know whether anything you're going to do is going to make any difference anyway, or you've numbed off to even knowing what your why is. You know, and I work with a lot of women who tell me that, they start to numb out, or they overreach in certain areas, trying to create an impact somewhere, trying to create change, but realize that they're losing a sense of themselves at the same time. So this is why your will is so important, because it is being challenged constantly by our environment. And your clarity and courage to move forward with that will is being challenged, every day, with self-doubt and other people and circumstance and perhaps failure and success. So if your will is so important, why? That is what we need to find out, is your why, cultivating your why. Otherwise, you are going to fall into one of the categories that I just shared with you, like around numbing out or overstretching. And you're going to be at the whim of all of this environment, at the whim of your mind, at the whim of your old patterning that says do this, or you should do that, or don't do this, or at the whim of your environment and reactive to that. And if you want to be unwavering in your calm, in your peace, in your clarity, in fulfilling your sacred mission here on earth, then cultivating your will is one of the most important things that you can do. And knowing your why is what's going to fuel your will. So if you're someone who's been numbing out or getting really confused about your why, then the first thing you need to do is to be connecting in with yourself. Connecting more deeply with yourself as to what is my why? What do I want to cultivate? Not just jumping on someone else's train of what you want to do, but what is your why? What is fueling you? What are your desires? What are your highest desires? So that you can channel and funnel your will into that. And it can be just as simple as bringing in a daily practice to cultivate your will. So something that I've been doing, like I've had a daily spiritual practice morning and evening and throughout the day for many years to sustain me. And each year or seasonally or cyclically, I like to just have a look at that and sort of tweak and change it. And one of the things that I've really wanted to do is really energize and bring more joy to my morning routine. And so I put that out there, and I just was having this as an awareness. And I was having a cuppa with a friend of mine, and we got together on New Year's morning, which I do every year with a couple of friends, and we did some chanting and some meditation and some practice. And we were like, wouldn't it be amazing to do this every morning? And I have a morning practice at home, which involves meditation, and I walk the dog and all of that. But I was like, yeah, I would love to get up at dawn. And I knew that if I was going to do it by myself, the chances of me getting up at 4 o'clock, because let's face it, dawn is early in Queensland. Phone just fell off. Dawn is very early in Queensland. People, I'm going to hold it because it just fell off, and I think my tripods is my holder. I need a new holder. What was I saying? So I knew that if I was going to get up at dawn myself, which is very early, if you're a Queenslander like me, you know that the dawn starts about 4:30 and then the sun rises about 10 to 5 at the moment. So I knew that if I was going to be getting up at that time every day, I might need a little bit of support. And this is one of the things that works so well is accountability. Having someone else to do it with. Because yes, you want to do something for you. Primarily, this is, when you're cultivating your will, it doesn't want to be something that you're necessarily doing for other people. We're wanting to tune you into what is your highest, what is your desire, what is your truth, and cultivating that. But having accountability and having a buddy to do something with really, really, really helps. Let me know if you've tried that and you know that to be true for yourself. So that's what we've been doing, is doing something together and getting up every day since New Year, which has only been 4 or 5 days, and doing our practice at dawn. And it's giving me so much more time, so much more energy, just connecting with nature, connecting with myself, and connecting with a dear friend at that time is so incredibly powerful for everything else. So when you tune in and really focus your will in one area that is working towards your higher self, you will find that all other areas of your life improve. So let's look at some other things that need to sort of go with training your will. So the first thing is to know your why. The second thing is to really do it for you and your higher self. The third thing is to have some accountability. Really, really helps. The fourth thing is have an honest look at what obstacles you have around implementing this thing that you're going to be bringing in, because you want it to be successful. If you're trying to create massive change or too many things, or trying to do something at a time where there's just big obstacles like kids or just other schedules, routines, big challenges, you have to travel 2 hours to get that stuff at the shop, whatever it is, then you are increasing your chances of failure. So you need to have an honest look at the obstacles around this and see if you can mitigate those obstacles or if you can't, and what you're willing to let go of. Because you want your practice, your alignment of your will, your strengthening of your will to be successful. Right? So truthful look at your obstacles so that you can be successful, ensure success by being simple and having it as a part of a routine. So simplicity, ensuring success, and routine. And then within that, there needs to be some flexibility. I always like to look at the 80% rule, right? Don't make yourself have to be 100%. because you are going to guarantee some sort of fall down, some sort of failure, right? The 80% rule of giving yourself a little bit of leeway for humanness, for that bad day, so that you don't just then beat yourself up. Because what do we want? We want success. We want to be grooving for success. And then you want to be celebrating your success. Celebrate every day that you nail it, that you trained your will to do this thing, and celebrate it. So these kind of challenges, it is great to have a New Year's resolution. It's great to do a 21-day challenge or a 30-day challenge or even a week challenge, because you are training your will. And every time you train your will in one area, your will gets stronger so that you can train it in other areas. And then we go back to what I said right at the beginning. It is now more important than ever to know your true self. In the face of so much change in so many areas globally, you have to tune into yourself to be able to discern truth, to be clear on your direction. Yeah. So just for those of you jumping on now, I'm just going to quickly recap some of the areas that are important in training your will. So the first one is to know your why, and to do it for you primarily above anyone else. There's no shoulds for anyone else, but also to have maybe accountability with someone else, because that can really, really help. To have an honest look at any obstacles in the way of bringing in a new pattern so that you can mitigate those, because you want success, guaranteed. You want simplicity, and you want routine with some flexibility in that. So like I said, the 80% rule. And then to be able to celebrate your successes. Take time celebrating your success. And the last thing, which I didn't mention before, is to actually chart it. I've actually got a chart this year for all the things that I love to do, because sometimes I have amnesia. I don't know about you, about the things that I love to do, and weeks can go past and I don't do something. So if you chart, just tick off literally the things that you have done that day that you wanted to do. It just, again, helps to strengthen your will, bring something into your consciousness so that you can create a new pattern and groove, a new pattern for yourself. Because remember, your evolution, the training of your will and aligning that to the divine, is what is going to create the global revolution. And I will leave you with that. And if you would love some more accountability, if you're looking for a tribe, if you're looking for a community that is going to support you in really a deep connection with yourself, in strengthening your will, in getting clarity and courage to stay true to you so that you can create impactful change without draining your energy and your resources, then this is the area you want to come to. Reach out to me. This is our Beacon Tribe, our community of women who are working with this. We have a year program and a 3-day immersion. So you can reach out to me, either message below or PM me if you are curious about that and really feel that you are ready for that next step, to be supported by a community and a program and a path that will take you towards that. All right, beauties, have a great day, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.